Hi everybody, and welcome back to Gullo's Garden Center. My name is Jim, and we're going to do another edition of Jim's Tips today. We're going to talk a little bit about creating a nice perennial garden as opposed to annuals. Perennials are plants that die to the ground and grow back again every spring for many years, hopefully. Unlike annuals, it takes a bit more skill to create a nice perennial garden, but the rewards can be much greater. There are three major things you have to consider when trying to design a perennial garden. Probably the most important is exposure. You want to plant sun-loving plants in a sunny spot and shade-loving plants in a shady spot. You also have to consider bloom times. You want to try to set up what we call a sequence of bloom so that you have things going through every season of the year. You want some spring bloom, some midsummer bloom, and some late summer, even into autumn bloom. It can take a lot more skill to create these gardens than an annual garden. You also have to know the ultimate heights of the plants. You don't want to put short stuff behind tall stuff and then never see it again as your garden grows up. Right behind me we have one of our perennial displays at the nursery here, and it gives you a very good idea of exactly what I'm talking about. Even though the display is tiered, it illustrates the tall stuff in the back, a little bit shorter to the front, shorter yet down here, and shorter yet on the bottom. And all of these things are in bloom right now because we try to keep the nicest looking stuff out here where everybody can see it. But again, when you're trying to create a nice perennial garden, you're going to want to create sequence of bloom if you can. The most important tip I could give you about perennial garden is study up, do a little research, go online, Google things that you're interested in, and find out when they're going to flower, and find out their ultimate heights, and find out what season of the year they bloom. Or come to your garden center and we can help you do that. The most important things, again, exposure, ultimate height, and blooming period. Once you've figured all those out, you ought to be able to create a real nice perennial garden all by yourself and have it look nice through every season of the year. Please stop down to Gullo's anytime you have questions about such things. We still have a real nice selection of perennials here, and we'd be glad to help you out with your perennial garden. Thank you very much.